Hey, friends, there's always a bigger picture. And I know it wasn't fair. I know it was painful. I know you're probably still reeling from it. But there's a better ending to your story than you can imagine right now. There's always a bigger picture. We've been looking at this character Joseph in the Bible, and his stories from Genesis 38 to 50. It's crazy because it starts out with his brother selling him into captivity. While he's in captivity, he rises to some level of prominence for the person that he's working for. That person's wife notices him, tries to sleep with him. Joseph refuses. So she gets embarrassed and tells her husband that Joseph tried to make sport of her. He gets put into a worse prison. While he's there, he helps a couple of people. They're supposed to help him when they get out. They get out, forget about him. 2 years later, the king, the Pharaoh, he has an issue, and all of a sudden they remember Joseph. So Joseph gets brought before him, saves the day. Now he's made the second most important person in all of the known world. And then all of a sudden, his brothers who sold him into slavery 20 years before this are standing in front of him, not knowing who he is, begging him for food. Here's what he says to him in Genesis 45, verse 5. And now, do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you. That's so crazy. Where does that perspective come from? I hope when I grow up, I can know God in the way that Joseph does. But somehow he was able to recognize that God was with him every step of the way. That's that weird phrase that the story of his story keeps using. But I also know there was probably moments of severe doubt. God, why is this happening to me? This is so unfair. I can't believe you would do this to me. And I don't know what you're going through, but you've probably felt like that. You probably know it's hard to feel your heavenly Father's presence in the middle of your pain. But I do know also that if you'll keep walking with God, there'll come a day you'll be able to look back and see his hand with you every step of the way. And it'll be at that point you'll have a choice. Are you going to allow your journey to make you bitter because life wasn't fair? And I and probably everybody would agree it wasn't fair. Or you can see God's guiding hand helping you when you were lost, giving you strength when you were completely depleted, and waiting through the evil with you to help you become the best version of yourself. Some of the stuff that you went through, it breaks God's heart too. He didn't cause it. But if you will work with him and walk with him, he can use it to help you become the best version of yourself. If you will trust your heavenly Father and not let life make you bitter, he really can make you better. There's always a bigger picture. Have a beautiful day.